This is the Nordhavn 59 Coastal Pilot. This is a very unusual one for Nordhavn because this has got a semi-displacement hull. What this does is it trades a bit of range for a bit of speed. So we are faster than Nordhavns normally are, if not giving quite as much range, although it still does have good range and we'll talk about that. But it's important to note that this is still a Category A ocean classification. It's the real deal. It just doesn't have quite the legs of the slower boats. And of course it's ideal for people who want something where they don't necessarily want to cross oceans, but they do want all the Nordhavn capabilities and they want the performance as well. And this gives you all of that. It's a good looking boat, isn't it? Let's step on board and we'll do the full tour. Now I did accidentally refer to this earlier as a coastal pirate rather than pilot, which I actually think works really well, but I think they decided to stick with pilot in the end, and that's fair enough. So here we go. It is quite a different layout as well to the standard Nordhavns of this kind of size, but it works brilliantly. We're going to go into that area, of course. That's all the engineering, so engines, all that kind of stuff is in there. We've got storage in here as well, but I want to take you up first of all, and I want to take you in. But you will notice it is still classic Nordhavn in the quality and the build and the strength and everything else, but it is just a little bit different. So we've still got things like these rails in the ceiling to hold on to. It's designed for rough weather. There's no compromise on that, but it is a different feel to it. And we'll go inside and I'll explain that to you. This one's had a few modifications. The owner of this one decided to have an opening door like this. The standard, I believe I'm right in saying, is a sliding door. So these are sort of things that Nordhavn will change in the build for people if they're required. And then this is the interior. Again, it is a little bit different. Normally you go in, you've got the saloon, and then the galley is forward. On this one, the galley is aft, and it's right here. This is an owner's boat, so we're not going to go delving too deeply into things, as you can see. We're being asked not to, and that's absolutely fine, but I can certainly talk you through it. Of course, we've got storage here. This one is the dishwasher. We've got a trash compactor on this one as well, very useful if you're doing long distance cruising. And again, it's the proper big deal Nordhavn stuff, isn't it, with the big domestic oven and microwave up above and the big hob there. These fellows here are designed so that you can adjust these backwards and forwards like this, and you can use them to clamp pots in place. So if you're out cruising a long distance and you want to cook while you're underway, you can do it without fearing that they're going to slide off. Big fridge freezer over here, so there's a double fridge and the freezer underneath. And then the saloon area is here. And this is a good size because you've got this sort of dinette area around here. You can put a couple of chairs on this side if you want to, of course, but then you've also got this rather more loungy area, isn't it? Just a bit more relaxed, a bit more casual. That's nice. I like the little pad on there to put your feet up on. It's very comfy, isn't it? But again, you're seeing the proper Nordhavn touches. So look at this massive distribution panel here for all the services. 24 volt, the 120 volt mains, all that kind of stuff. It's all switched from here. There's a side door straight out onto the deck. That's very useful. And this again, owner specification to have the twin helm seats here. They're really good. Normally I think there's a bench seat here if I remember rightly. And then again, you know, it's just proper Nordhavn. You've got your alarm panels up here. You've got your fuel sensors, you've got your fire systems, all of that kind of stuff is all across here. Bilge pump controls and so forth. The MAN instrumentation screens that are up here. Fantastic. And then if we come down, we'll find the multifunction displays, Fruno on here, and then we've got communications, we've got engine controls, joystick control on this one as well, and that one is for the FLIR camera that's up on the top. But again, classic Nordhavn finishes everywhere. Lovely. Okay, let's reverse out of here and we will head forward. So a couple of things to show you down here. There is day heads in through here, like this. Shower in there as well, and this is actually also the ensuite to the forward cabin. So there's another door for that just there. We'll see that from the other side in a moment. But yeah, nice, decent space, very nicely finished, of course. Everything's super solid from the door handles to these rails. It's just chunky. Absolutely fantastic. And then this is the forward cabin. Nice low bed, a lot of headroom, beautifully finished with the woodwork again. Love all this. That's classic, isn't it? And then storage in behind here. As I say, we've been asked not to open stuff, so we're not going to. I like the way they put some light fabrics on here as well. It's not all wood, and I think that just breaks it up a bit, makes it a little bit less formal. That works well. We've got hanging lockers, wardrobes, call them what you will over here. More storage down here. There's drawers underneath the bed as well, and that is the door into that day head. So that becomes an ensuite to this cabin overnight. AV equipment up on the wall here. Brilliant. Let's trundle back a bit further. What we find in the foyer here then is another really big fridge and a bit of storage. And then drop down again and we will find laundry facilities. There we go, like so. More storage on the top and underneath for that matter. Good. If we have a little loop round here, we will discover cabin 3, bunk beds in this one. Again, bit of storage in here, storage down by the bed, nice bedside table, more storage there. Nice cabin that. Adult sized beds. Very good. And that, of course, would use that day heads at night. So it would share it with cabin 2. And then we come right on back, then we'll discover owner's cabin. This is a great size, look at that. Again, drawers under the bed. Again, we've got the storage all the way around here. My fingers are twitching wanting to open everything, you know what I'm like. What I like is they've put a Furuno repeater down here and the VHF radio is down here as well. So if you're in this cabin, you can just keep an eye on stuff and you've got access to the radio if you need it. I think I'm right in saying with these actually they're like a internal communication as well, so you can talk to the bridge from there. I think I'm right in saying that. More hanging lockers, sliding doors here, so this whole section can just be closed off. They clip back at the moment. I'll leave those alone. And then the loo and the shower and the sink and the mirror wave. But yeah, nice big space, and these slide across to close it completely off. It's lovely, isn't it? Very nice. We need to have a wander around the outside. I'm just wondering, and I am guessing now, but I'm wondering whether that's a TV that drops down out of the ceiling. It's a guess, but I suspect it's a good guess. Let's head on out. I'll show you the decks, I'm going to show you the Flybridge, and then we're going to go down and look at that engineering space. That's nice, isn't it? Okay, I think, should we go at the side or the back? Let's go at the back and then we can loop around absolutely everything. We do like to cover all areas, don't we? So that opens like that. Look how this is all properly sealed. As we do this, they open like that. Proper job, isn't it? Okay, let's close that. And then we'll head around. We've got sideboarding gates here, so if you're on the side of the dock, that's a good way on and off. And then we can head around. These are windbreaks, so these can just come across and close those off. Stop the wind rushing down there. More sideboarding gates here. And then nice wide side decks. That is that door that we saw that I suggested coming out of. These are little clips, so when you open it, it just clips automatically into there. It doesn't rattle backwards and forwards. And then forward deck here. Very nice, great big ultra anchor on the bow. Look at that, and there's a second bow roller there as well. And then your anchor winches here. Down to your anchor chain lockers through here. These are the buttons to the winch. take a look back. Solid looking boat, isn't it? Let's head on right round. These are deck wash down here, hot and cold water. Brilliant for cleaning the boat, brilliant for cleaning off the anchor chain if you want to. And another thing we've got here then is shore power, can plug in at the bow as well. That's what these fellas here are for. So if you're bow into a dock, you don't have to drape the cables right to the back to plug in. We'll head on back down this side. Engine vents are here. Water filler is that one there. And that one's diesel and that one's waste. Don't mix them up. Okay, let's head on up. That's just a storage space in underneath there. This will take us up to the Flybridge and also the boat deck. So another fridge up here and the sink. And then we've got a table here as well. Of course, you can put chairs around here if you want to. And then this can enclose, as you can see, we've got these panels here for enclosing this area, again with the solid bars around the place. So when you're moving around the boat, you've got something to hold on to, nice and solid. And then upper helm is here. There we go. Again with the Fruno screens, communications, and of course engine controls, wheel, joystick, and so forth. And the view from here, of course, is pretty impressive. Very, very good visibility from here. Great place to maneuver the boat from. There we go. Another pair of these lovely helm seats. Fantastic. It is designed for cruising, that's for sure. Boat deck is back here. So we have the crane, obs, and we have the tender. That's actually, interestingly, an aluminium rib. So you've still got the tubes, but rather than a glass fibre hull, it is aluminium. That's proper tough, isn't it? Fantastic. There we go. That's that. Okay, the last thing to talk about then is the engines. I'll stop and just show you up here. So we've got lighting up here. We've got the track vision domes. We've got 2 radars, more domes on the top, and that's that FLIR camera that I mentioned just up there. There we are. And that little chap right on the very top looks like a modern upturned broomstick, is a lightning conductor. So if you get struck by lightning, that takes it down through and routes it down to the water rather than going through the boat. That's a good idea, isn't it? Fabulous. All right, let's press on. Okay, we'll loop back around here, back down to the aft cockpit. This is a great place for fishing and that kind of thing because you're right down at water level here. And we've even got the bars in the bathing platform so you can stand on there, do a bit of sports fishing, whatever you want to do. Okay, back across here, and then it's a walk-in engine room from here, which is unusual. You've got the door here, of course, that closes off, big solid door. With these fellas here, you can really secure that, so it's properly watertight. And then this will take us down and in. And the hats will give the game away, because what we've got in here is a pair of big MAN diesel engines. Now this is where things differ. So a semi-displacement hull, rather than the displacement hull that you would normally get on a Nordhavn. And these are MAN i6800s. So they're 800 horsepower each. A lot bigger than you'd normally find in a Nordhavn of this size. And because of that, and because of the semi-displacement hull, because it wouldn't work putting these engines in a standard displacement hull, you're looking at a 21 knot top end. And that is just, wow, it's double what you'd normally expect, I would say, from a Nordhavn of this kind of size. It means you can cruise at 12, which is the kind of speed that these are normally doing absolutely flat out, probably faster in fact. But you can still drop the speed back, you can do 7.5 knots and you can still get 1,000 nautical miles of range. Now that's not as far as you're getting on the full displacement single diesel Nordhavns. Of course it's not, there's always a trade-off. If you want the performance, you lose the range, but it's still giving you, 4-figure range. And don't forget, it's still giving you category A capabilities. It's a proper ocean yacht, this one. Sight gauges here for the fuel tanks, they're a good idea. See how they protect these. So these are kind of protected anyway in behind here, but then these go around the outside so you can't accidentally break those. That's a good idea. We've got the MAN control boxes up here on the panel. Fishing rods are up here as well. But it is very well lit, full standing headroom, a very, very nice space. Generator is here, and then we can come back and down and loop on round, and we will find water system. We've got the shore power cable that coils up in here, so that's powered in and out. We can get to the rudder stocks from here. Again, it's very Nordhavn, everything is very get-atable. And we can come right on round here. We've got the lithium-ion batteries across here. We've got the inverter, we've got the chargers, all that kind of stuff. That is all tucked away down underneath here. You can see there's hatches above as well, straight from the cockpit, so you can get straight down into this area. So there is a slightly different sort of Nordhavn. It is, nonetheless, still very much classic Nordhavn. Let's head on back out of here. And I think we've done that one justice. I can't think of anything else to show you. There's no crew cabin on this one, it's an owner operator. Main battery isolators are down here. But yeah, that is a proper, serious, solid bit of kit. Let's come all the way around and we'll head on up. No, we won't go up to the bow. There's somebody up there. We will, oh hello, that works. We're going to stop right here. I am going to say massive thanks to Nordhavn for organising that tour. Massive thanks to you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of that one, and we'll catch you on another one of these real soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Hi. Hi, how you doing?
Good, I heard you were lurking about. So
absolutely.
Yeah, really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. We're going to get you in the video now. This is Dan from Nordhavn, the man in charge. Hey, Dan, how you doing?
You're the man in charge. Count on you.
I like the shirt.
Well, yeah.
The shirt is fantastic.
You know how you can get one of those.
Do you?
Yes.
You need to put my name down for one of them.
Okay, you got it. You're on it.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. There we go, guys. Catch you later. Bye-bye.